did it. Another very sound financial decision was made today. We're home. Speed Seed made it. Did we actually just drive 10 hours to go pick that thing up? Actually, we didn't drive 10 hours, we drove 20 hours, round trip, all the way to Louisiana to go pick up one of the most hideous boats I've ever seen in my entire life. I provided zero contextual information as to what we were doing, why we bought this, where it even came from, and the main reason of this purchase as whole, so I figured we'd tackle that right now. What you're looking at, I've dubbed the Speed Seed. I did a little bit of research on this boat before I purchased it. I didn't just pull out $3 grand and walk up to some stranger in Louisiana and buy the thing. As you all know, the boat scene on YouTube is blowing up, and I love boats, I love projects, and this is a great project to have. I think this is probably one of the most unique projects to have. It's pretty much, well, as far as I know, good to go. It floats, as far as I know. What the hell? Long story short, I was on Facebook Marketplace looking for things of use, actually, like actual boats that I can use to fish with, and this decided to show up on my feed. What you see here is a Hoyt Harkin water bug from the 80s. This boat is almost 40 years old. This thing's a cougar, if you will. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous, and I had to get it. Paint job that you see here is fully custom. When you look this boat up, this is the exact one that appears on Google. This paint job is crazy. I originally thought it was a fish. No, matter of fact, it's a viper. It's a viper. Talk about a badass paint job. I bought this from an individual who said he was the 4th owner. I'm now the lucky 5th owner. So Gary Hoyt is a yacht builder, and the Harkin brothers build very high quality sailboats. And these two geniuses presumably got really up and drunk one day, probably sitting on a lawn chair in the Caribbean or something like that, and said, hey, let's take our very useful skills of yacht and sailboat designing and create an absolute monstrosity. I guarantee that's exactly what the conversation went like. But no, seriously, all jokes aside, people that built this are well versed in their field. The propeller on this thing is not your ordinary grandma's propeller. That is a meat whistle. That thing will move this boat. Back here, you've got the rudder that's still functioning. Like I said, everything in this thing, to my knowledge, works. We still have to make sure it floats. The only downside of this purchase is originally there were supposed to be 2 plexiglass window pieces right here, but they shattered and broke, so those didn't come with it. Well, I think it just comes right up, doesn't it? Oh no, it comes like this. Wow. I think the hydraulics can still work too. Oh wow, that's gonna need some love. I probably should have checked some of this stuff out before I handed the guy the money. Yeah, I don't think it's even. Oh yeah, no. Just take this out. Ow, shit. God. Well, this thing is already interesting. Oh, that just gave way for no reason. I think the hydraulics can still work. Here's the seat, which I guess just comes removed. Yeah, we need to restore that. I really want to make this into a project. Like, I think you guys probably think I'm just gonna film a video on this thing and then it's going straight to the dump, which honestly it might. Okay, so this actually slides. The seat's supposed to slide, but it's been rusted and worn down over the years. Wow, that's some serious tetanus right there. Your little handles are for steering. Like, if the mechanical side of this boat works, I'm happy. All the cosmetics, that can be fixed. I'm not too concerned. Down here, you've got your Harkin drive, ball bearing, bevel gears. It's a 1.4 to gear ratio, so you just pedal this thing like you would a bike. I would love to meet the person that originally bought this thing and kind of figure out where their head was at. Maybe going through some difficult times. How about this? What if we restore this thing and take it to somewhere epic, like, I don't know, send it off Niagara Falls. Okay, maybe let's walk before you run. Drop a comment, let us know where we should take this thing. Freaking sweet. What's this little? Oh, a little poop hole. So this is where you, I don't know, so you smuggle.
It's a live well.
Oh yeah, it is live well for tiny fish. That's what that is. Wow, Hoyt Harkin, real great design. Just this little tab that you go weet woot with. Maybe they use this thing to smuggle. I bet they use this thing to smuggle drugs. You imagine this thing going from like Cuba to the United States.
Outrunning the Coast Guard.
Yeah, outrunning the Coast Guard. Wow. What else, Caleb? What else do we not talk about? The guy that we sold it to was kind of interesting.
So how are we gonna get it in the water?
How are we gonna get in the water? Is that a question, or you want me to tell you how? Because I have no idea. I don't know how I'm gonna get this thing off the trailer.
Or back on.
Or back on. Someone's gonna have to get wet. We may not be able to splash it. We're gonna try to put it in the water today. At the very least, we can go to a boat ramp today. It is a Sunday, and just get some people's reactions. Maybe just ask some folks if they know what this thing is, because like I said, I don't. What do you think, Caleb? You've been a part of this ride the whole time. I mean, you've been around boats, you've lived in Florida.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, I really want, once this thing gets up and going, I really want to take it to a sandbar. And this thing would be the life of the sandbar. We put some speakers in there, a couple subs.
What about some lights too?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Some underglow.
Some We're not wasting a single moment with this thing. Literally just bought it, just drove it back from Louisiana, and we're splashing the hoe. Oh, damn, I can't believe I just said that. What I'm trying to say is I don't want to waste any time. I don't want to waste y'all's time. I know you guys want to see if this thing sinks or floats. I want to see if it sinks or floats. There's really no one here to kind of get anyone to oh, there's some people coming. They look kind of aggressive. I don't think they're interested in the boat. They look like they want to fight. Why are they jaunting over here like that? All right, let's get this thing in the water. I've never launched a water bug, so we'll have to see. What are these guys doing?
I don't know.
They're gonna go beat me up for having a weird boat.
Okay, that's awesome.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Are we gonna be in your way if we walk down?
No, y'all are good. We're probably gonna take a second. I've never floated this thing, so we'll see.
Did y'all make it?
No, I wish I was that good. It's from the 80s. It's like some couple of yacht guys came together and made it, and
But you haven't had it on the water yet?
not yet. No, I don't think it's seen the water in like 5 years.
Please wear a life jacket.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Well, we're recording, so if it goes down, then we'll have some sort of
Be able to get out.
yeah. It's pretty wild though. Caleb and I are in the process of figuring out how we're gonna get this thing in the water. We've got the stand for it, ratchet strapped down. This thing didn't come with a trailer like normal boats do. It came with this little stand. We've got the stand ratchet strapped to a flatbed trailer. And my hopes is that we get this trailer in the water enough to the point in which it kind of just floats off. This is all in theory. I don't know if this is actually gonna work. The worst part about all this is I've gotta get wet. Oh boy, here we go. Keep coming. Oh. We're taking on water, ladies and gentlemen. Keep her coming. Well, now the exhaust tips in the water with the truck. That's great. Is it kind of floating? No. A little bit more slowly. Oh, bring it up. Bring it up a little bit. Well, we tried to the first ramp, but I don't think it's gonna be a go. Yeah, next spot. You said there's a right across the way?
Yeah, we're over here.
It's Lakeview.
Lakeview. Okay. Attempt number 2. Some lovely folks from across the lake suggested that this ramp might be more suited for the Speed Seed launch. The issue is this. I'll show you. Come over. Take a walk with me. So the problem that I'm faced with is we're using my flatbed trailer that I don't know what I use this for. Today we're using it for the Seed, but I need, in theory at least, about that much water under this boat in order for me to kind of slowly guide it off. I never had an issue like this before where I can't even launch my boat on a ramp. This is just that unique of a boat, I suppose. Go really slow. This moss is, it's gonna be like ice. Keep coming. We're taking on water. You're good, keep coming, sorry. Didn't mean to spook you. Okay, keep coming. Stop right there. Yeah, it's not steep enough, there's no way. Just go up. We need to find a really, really steep ramp. I'm trying to think, where can we find that? Dude, I don't know. I'm gonna hop on Google Maps, find a legitimate spot to put this puppy in because this is not working. This lake, it's too low, the ramps are too shallow. It's just not suited for a sophisticated vessel like mine. I understand. I mean, everyone's got great taste. I get it. These boat ramps are built for, you know, peasants and their bass boats, or I don't even know what kind of lower class individuals use these days. All I know is that when it comes to the finer things in life, this being the finer things, there's, you know, not facilities or boat ramps well suited for this. I'm just spewing on my mouth. I'm just being an idiot. Let's go find another boat ramp. Boat ramp number 3. I didn't foresee this being that much of an issue. I didn't think putting a boat in the water would be the biggest struggle of the day. I thought maybe floating, making sure it didn't sink, thought that was gonna be at the top of the list. But finding a boat ramp where I can put my vessel into is apparently too much to ask for. Need to find a cliff, honestly. Do you guys know of any cliffs nearby in Texas, North Texas, where I can just send my boat off to? Because I apparently need a ton of clearance. But we're gonna try this. It does, I don't think it's gonna work, but we're gonna try it. Fingers crossed. I mean, there's a lot of, no. The tire's floating. Yeah, no, not happening. Look at that. Look how much water we've got on the boat right now. Like literally nothing. Oh, there's a nice scratch right there too. That's lovely. Why? I feel a little deflated. But you know what? Hey man, life is all about viewing things from a half glass full perspective. Half glass full, it made it back on the 10-hour ride home. You know, that was a big factor. I was like, I could definitely get in a wreck and this thing just fly off the freeway. That didn't happen, at least yet. We've got it ready to go. Like, she's ready to float. We just can't find a ramp steep enough. And I know we're gonna get a lot of comments saying, why did you just drive all the way to the well? No, I'm not gonna drive my truck all the way in the water just for the sake of launching this thing. I think there's probably a couple boat ramps around, not here, but elsewhere we can launch this. Also, if you guys have any ideas as to how we can get this thing off, let me know. Caleb did bring up a good point. My trailer is pretty high. Like the clearance under it is quite a large gap. And then on top of that, we've got this kind of weird janky system for, I mean, it's not ideal, granted, even if we did find a deep boat ramp. But I'm racking my head. I don't know how we can get this thing in the water, because you have to realize like the boat's not gonna float, you know, like there's gotta be a lot of water under the boat in order to float. Otherwise, I think it'll literally just tip over. At least that's how I'm envisioning it in my head. Drop a comment though. You guys are always packed full of great ideas and concepts, and I wanna bring some of that to light. Unfortunately, we didn't get the boat in the water today. It sucks. It is what it is, but we got it, and I'm excited to continue film more videos with the Speed Seed. I mean, she's freaking beautiful, dude. I kind of want to make out with it. It's a piece of artwork, you know, and someone like myself can really appreciate art, because I don't know why, because I like art. Anyway, thank you guys for watching today's video. Like I said, the opportunities are endless with this thing. Leave it down below. Get those creative juices flowing down there in the comment section. Thanks in advance for watching today's video. This is not the end. This is just the beginning for the Speed Seed. The saga starts here. Speed Seed saga starts here. We just hit a minor roadblock with not being able to put in the water, but that's fine. Anyway, we're peacing out, signing out. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, folks, keep fishing.